Things you should talk about. On the previous slide, we talked about what not to talk about. And at the end of the day, those things that you can talk about, things that guys don't really think about that much, that girls find fascinating, like let her talk about it. Tell her when you were born. Tell her what your birth date was. Do not shit on astrology. It'd be like you bringing up like muscle cars and her going, "Oh, I don't want to hear about muscle cars. I don't want to hear about engines and all that shit. My ex-husband did all that." Just go with it. Let her talk. Let her think about you. Let her do her projection, future projecting, and act as if it's somewhat interesting, and it will be worth it because she finds it interesting. That's part of your job. So astrology, most men are like, "What the fuck?" But you kind of have to play into it and let her enjoy it because mentally it's pleasurable for them to imagine what if. And girls, all kinds of girls that make absolutely horrendous life decisions constantly love to believe in their intuition, their inner compass, their ability to think into the future and know what's right, even though they've been pumped and dumped 10,000 times and they make terrible decisions. They still believe that they will make the right decision with you, and allow her to work on her intuition, astrology. Don't shit on it. Help her play into it. Act somewhat interested in it, and you can forget about it at like a week, and then it'll reap dividends. They're not going to drag you anywhere about it, but they find it interesting. Cold reads. This is a topic that's worth its own video, and basically, it's a conversational style where you're kind of like psychics. They'll take one or two general pieces of information from you and then build out some supposition. And then according to your reaction, they'll change or guide their psychic predictions into it. And a lot of it's generalizations. It's kind of like if you read a horoscope in the newspaper, these are generalizations that you can apply on almost any day. You can find a way that it works for you. And so cold reads are like chick crack, and they actually deserve, because there's many layers to this, and it's worth getting into. And if you've really struggled with conversation with women, learning how to do cold reads will be worth your time. Even if you just read like 3 or 4 articles, because the guys that write them, the guys that actually do cold reads, know their shit. You're not going to read a bad article on cold reads. Like with online dating, you get guys that failed at it and they shit on it and why it shouldn't be used. With cold reads, they either don't understand it at all or they're able to use it and it works like chick crack. So if you are interested in cold reads and you've kind of struggled with conversations in the past, it will give you a nuclear option when you're dealing with women and you're out and just trying to buy some time. Girls love serial killers. They love YouTube. They love anything that has to do with murder and mystery and drama. Fame. They love celebrities. How you just got out of jail, even if you're lying, it doesn't matter. They giggle, they laugh. You're unemployed, doesn't matter. Again, or you're fucking 3 of her friends. People you know in common can give you a common ground. Again, so many people today. It's like I always tell guys, use the same places to take girls. That way, when you walk in, everybody knows who you are. It's so rare today that it's almost unheard of. It's so rare because you go in, almost everybody's anonymous. So instead, you're more like the mayor. And it gives you social proof, and other girls are talking to you. And on a subconscious level, are known quantity in that you're trustworthy and of value. Again, what are the opposite of Pacific Ocean wedding factors? So again, the things you should be talking about are the things that are down the road. You don't have to actually, just deploy that you've banged 2 of her friends. She'll know simply that you know them and she knows them as well. And that's usually enough to be the giveaway. So just keep that in mind. If you need, like, even use a cheat sheet if you have to. Put it on your phone, put it on a piece of paper in your pocket. It's that important that that you have some things to go to. I even have a list of like 50 or 60 open-ended questions that I included in like how to build your dating system. And it was one of those things that I just like had in my pocket all the time. You get stuck, go to the restroom, like this in your head, and you can get them talking. Again, you get them talking, you'll find a way to branch out into conversation. Girls are pretty good about carrying it, but you never know. So those are some topics